The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos with 6 great days of racing starting on Friday, September 12th. The opening weekend feature is the E.B. Johnston Stakes, with past winners including the Chosen Vron and Kings River Knight. On Saturday, September 20th, we'll have the running of the Dark Mirage and also our on-track handicapping contest with 2 berths to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, September 12th.
And we are back for the Los Alamitos preview show. My name is Orlando Gutierrez, Professor G. Thrilled to be joined by Ed Burgart, track announcer here at Los Alamitos for last week and this week as well. And of course, longtime legendary track announcer at Los Alamitos, still doing the morning line here at Los Al. How are you, Eddie?
I'm doing great. It was enjoyable seeing you last week and talking to a few people. Some good racing. Mark Younger's had a nice 2-year-old called Scary Flight that won off the rail that looks like Scary Flight might be a contender in the Golden State Million Trials coming up. And of course, Mark had the top horse here last year that Lethal Cowboy 1-2-3 that went on to win a lot of awards. I think it was the Pacific Coast Quarter Horse Racing Association Horse of the Year. So really encouraging right now to watch these horses coming in from New Mexico and getting ready to run in the trials for the Golden State and Los Al 2 Millions.
No doubt about that. And also last week, another Mark Younger's trainee, Asher, was named the AQHA World Champion. That was the only award recipient that had not been announced, but they announced it during the Ruidoso yearling sale right before the sale started. They announced Asher, who won the Los Alamitos Oaks here at Los Al, the world champion. And of course, just like you said, Lethal Cowboy 1-2-3 was named the PCQHRA Horse of the Year. Well, you mentioned Scary Flight, and a lot of other horses that raced their last race happened at either at Ruidoso or at the Downs at Albuquerque are now shipping into Los Alamitos. We have some really nice races that we'll be talking about here on the Saturday night card, but also on Sunday. We just received the entries for Sunday's action, and we do have several 2-year-old races. I'm sure we'll be seeing some of those horses that are shipping in from New Mexico. Well, like I mentioned, we have a lot of really nice races on Saturday night in our feature event on the card. Eddie, I'd like to get your thoughts on the Golden State Derby. This will be race number 8 here on the Saturday night card. It's a grade 2 event with some outstanding runners. Of course, the favorite is going to be defending champ. Your thoughts, Eddie?
Well, defending champ drew perfectly for his style of running. He's not particularly quick into stride, but he's been breaking a lot better in recent starts, but he should be the horse to beat from the far outside. I think defending champ's already won, the Governor's Cup Derby in 5 of his last 6 starts, but he barely beat favorite Jess Hawk. Unfortunately, favorite Jess Hawk drew in post position number 2, which doesn't really favor his chances as well because he doesn't always break with the field. I thought Rob's Reason was an interesting outsider if you're looking for a horse that might be able to upset the two. Horse got bumped back pretty sharply, about 5-10 steps out of the gate last time out, and accelerated beautifully. The time wasn't that quick, but the horse looked like he had a lot more left in the tank crossing the wire. More lightly raced than either favorite Just Hawk or defending champ. So if you're looking for a horse to upset either one of those two, it might be Rob's Reason.
And one thing about the number 6 horse, Rob's Reason, is that trial was loaded that he is coming out of. I mean, it had Train Bitaka, it had Norco. Train Bitaka has been a terror out here at Los Alamitos, winning several stakes races, and of course Norco, a lot was expected from him. He's a Grade 1 finalist, and he was also part of that trial. Rob's Reason and Naive, both of them made it to the Golden State Derby final out of that trial. Just like taking a look at a few of the other horses, I'm kind of curious about your thoughts on Listed Now, a horse that faced older horses when running third in the Spencer Childers, including finishing against Cattail Cove and Boardwalk. 15-1 on the morning line, but a horse that has shown some pretty good quickness, right?
Pretty good quickness. I don't know if 400 yards is the ideal distance for Listen Now compared to the other horses we were talking about earlier with favorite Just Hawk and defending champ, of course, who accelerated beautifully the final 1/8 of a mile. I guess Listen Now is a horse you might want to use underneath. I'd be surprised if Listen Now won this race. The Spencer Childers came up, other than Cattail Cove, I thought it came up a little bit easier than normal this year, so wasn't the strongest older field. that we've seen in the Spencer Childers. But you can't throw Listen Now out because the horse is generally in contention. But I just don't think at 400 yards, Listen Now is as good as the other horse that we talked about.
Yeah, Beach Rock was another trial winner here. She's been a really, really good filly. Qualified to the Los Alamitos Oaks, ran third in that race. Then came back and ran second in the La Pacifica, even faced some older mares. What we had, like I mentioned, we have a lot of really nice races this weekend. One of the top races on the card is race number 4 with one of the two 10-horse fields that we have in store this Saturday night. The Golden State Derby is a full field of 10, but so is race number 4. This allowance event with some really, really nice horses. And is this a race that you'll be looking at, Eddie?
Well, this is my play of the night, Orlando. We're going to go to the outside horse, Fire Tools 1-2-3. Looks a lot of like he's a good reason did, who won last Sunday's 110-yard dash off a layoff for trainer Jose Flores and jockey Cruz Mendez. And Fire Tools comes into this race with an excellent workout. I think the 300-yard distance is going to suit Fire Tools, who's pretty quick out of the gate, as evidenced by a runner-up effort in a trial for the El Primero Delano Derby 2 outs ago against a very nice winner in that race, that Train Taka that we just talked about, a multiple stakes winner. So I think Fire Tools 1-2-3, likely second choice based off my morning line here. I think that's the horse we're going to have to watch here in race number 4.
And Eddie, to the listeners from last week's show, you gave them a winner. Well, not only did you give them a winner, you gave them the exacta as well. Morningstar K was the winner, and Upper Lazy River was also part of that race. And you had that horse as the runner-up, and sure enough, 1-2.
Well, I get like something, you know what they say sometimes off a layoff, first time back, you can fire big. I just hope I don't bounce really badly this time out. I'm hoping I don't regress too bad with my selection here at Fire Tools 1-2-3. I think we're taking a look at a race back in a trial for the El Primero 2 outs ago for Fire Tools 1-2-3.
Yeah, this is going to be that race back on March the 2nd. Really nice trial here. Fire Tool 1-2-3 qualified out of that race. There he is, breaking from the outside post, right?
Right, he's from the outside post here. He's very, very quick into stride. He draws the outside post for the comeback here. Unfortunately, he was running into a really nice horse called Train Talk in this race. But you can see for the Fire Tools 1-2-3, ran his eyeballs out right down to the finish line and never quit trying. He's qualified for 2 derbies this year. He's been freshened by trainer Jose Flores. And if he runs to his workout, that 12-20 gate drill, when he worked by himself, I think Fire Tools 1-2-3 is going to run a big one here in race number 4.
Yeah, and that was almost 6 months ago. And since then, he did post a workout. So I'll let this replay kind of run through so that we can kind of see what you're talking about. You can see that great horse, Train Taka, just rolling along there in the middle of the track, and Fire Tools 1-2-3 kind of drawing a little bit closer to Train Taka.
Yeah, and also beat the third horse, Show 'em Cartel, who came back to win the finals of the El Primero. So I think the shorter distance is going to suit Fire Tools 1-2-3, who backed up last time out, won 5th in the finals, but he's been freshened, and the connections do very well with horses coming off 3 to 4 month layoffs. So I think Fire Tools 1-2-3 going to be very tough to handle here.
Let's see if I can call up that gate work that I was mentioning. This horse worked back on August the 2nd. This is going to be a solo drill here, and you can share your thoughts watching this drill. Nobody watches a work as well as you do. In fact, you taught me everything that I know about watching drills. I learned from you. So there it is. There's that workout. Fire Tools 1-2-3. This solo drill.
I hope he didn't lose too much hair watching these workouts by learning from me, but you can see that Fire Tools 1-2-3. The rider has a pretty good hold of the reins here past the 16th ball, and the horse just taken off of these big strides the final 50 yards, and very strong past the wire. So I think trainer Jose Flores has Fire Tools 1-2-3 ready to run off the layoff. He likes to be drawn outside, and I think the horse he has to beat, Call Her Perfect, who's also dropping out of a derby, is the one that Fire Tools 1-2-3 will have to outrun, along with Give Me a Reason coming out of post position number 8. So my strategy here is to key the 10 Fire Tools 1-2-3 to win. We'll make exactas here with the 8 and 9 underneath, 10, 8, and 10, 9. But I really like the acceleration right here past the 16th ball when the rider is kind of like Fire Tools 1-2-3, just drift down towards the inside, but he looks like to almost switch his leads there right at the wire. and I think he's going to be ready to run big off that kind of workout.
Eddie, a quick question for you. When you see a horse that has shown that experience, and has shown the talent, facing some really good horses, when they break like Fire Tools 1, 2, 3 did here, just a little bit awkward, how much weight do you put on that?
He broke a little bit awkward there, but he recovered quickly. That's what I kind of like. And I think that maybe it's just fresh, wanting to run off, with this layoff he's coming in off of. So I just think of the last 50 yards. I like what I saw there. They're going 300 yards now, which is going to be much more suitable for Fire Tools 1, 2, 3.
Well, perfect, Eddie. I really appreciate your knowledge, your thoughts on the Saturday night card. Really, thank you again, and we're looking forward to listening all your calls here at Los Alamitos Saturday and Sunday night.
Okay, I'll be driving back tomorrow from Laughlin, try to get through this storm and be out there. Can't wait to see the Golden State Derby, and defending champ should be the one I'll be calling across the wire first, but you never know in a horse race. There's 9 others in the race, but it'll be a good race.
Absolutely. The third time in a row that they've matched defending champ and favorite Just Hog. Should be a real good one. Thanks so much, Eddie. Have a safe drive, and we'll see you here on Saturday night.
Thanks, Orlando.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos with back-to-back weekends of major stakes action. 2 sophomores face off in the Golden State Derby final Saturday, September 6th, led by the powerful finisher defending champ.
Defending champ, photo close.
Followed by the PCQ HRA Breeders' Futurity on Sunday, September 14th.
It's a devastating performance by Toby Sis. The Lady of the Vamp prevails.
Big-time stakes action at the track of Sunsets and Stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse.
And we are back here with our second segment here on the Los Alamitos preview show, now joined by George Duarte and Christopher Wade, our top handicappers here at Los Alamitos. First of all, George, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I couldn't extend my streak to 3 because my horse ended up popping at the start and lost all chance. And we got a good card this week. A lot of good exotic options, a lot of big fields. Nice in the end races, and I have a price play in my pick, so hopefully I can bounce back after that losing all chance to start last time.
Well, I know one thing: you don't stay down for long. You always bounce back strong. Chris, how are you? I know we have some big races back here with Lone Star Park at some of our simulcast races. Of course, we simulcast all of the top Ruidoso races, Albuquerque Downs. The All-American Futurity, Derby, and the Oaks. What a tremendous finish there between King of the Ties, right? That was the name of the horse, King of the Ties, and Political Twist. That was quite a finish there in the All-American Futurity with King of the Ties and Political Twist. But now we switch our attention to Lone Star Park. And Chris, you're already taking a very close look at all those simulcast races.
Yeah, Lone Star Park opens this weekend, and you got some quality runners going poster and some nice little stakes race that the figure is very, very tough there. And we're going to look to the horse that was third in the last race as the favorite to make amends to the public as a favorite last time and run back to his prior race where he got the victory. But quality races in tow, and as George noted, we got some nice-sized fields this weekend, some horses shipping in. And lots of wagering opportunities. And don't leave out that horse in the pick 4. It could cost you a nice little number. Our pick 4s were gigantic once again last weekend. We closed it out with a nice $1,700 ticket and a $1,200 ticket on Sunday night. So any kind of prices pump your return immensely.
Yeah, the early pick 4 pool last Saturday was over $200,000. The early pick 4 pool on Sunday was over $190,000. The pick 6, which had a $17,000 carryover going into Sunday night. The final pool ended up being, the final total pool ended up being over $130,000, and a nice payout in the pick 6 as well. I think it was over $30,000. Real nice payout in pick 6. Yeah, some real good numbers here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. Well, let's take a look at one of those nice fields that we have in store here this weekend. This will be race number 6. The reason I call up race number 6 is because, George, you found a horse for us in this race.
Yeah, it's a horse I liked on debut. I like the works. I just hated the post, and that's happened a lot to me. Where I like the works, just hate the post. And it's number 8, Jacob J, SG Jacob J. Um, I respect the favorite, the 6, Doctor Sin City. I mean, he should be favored. I thought he ran better than looked in his trial. He broke inward, Doctor Sin City. He leaned in throughout, and that's why he lost momentum. It looks like he weakened, but he wasn't weakening. He just wasn't leveling. And he returns off a layoff. He's been working at the owner's ranch out in Oklahoma. But the reason I'm against him is because typically these connections, they tend to give him a start before the trials. They want them, everybody wants them ready for the trials. They're not trying to get them ready for these maiden races. So that's why I'm willing to, I think he's going to be, 80%, 75%. I think with SG Jacob J, if he takes a step forward after that really troubled trip, he has a really good chance at a much larger price than the favorite, Dr. Sin City.
Well, here's the last out from SJ Jacob J. He's going to break from post number 1 here. So I'll go ahead and hit play, and you can tell us what you saw from this last race.
Yeah, the reason I don't like the rail draw for debut runners is because these are the most typical breaks they'll have. You'll see him break in a couple paths right here. That's very typical of debut runners, but then it makes it worse when his rival lugs in and almost pushes him in even further in the gap. He almost brushes the rail, and typically these horses will just back out of there, and he actually finished okay. He started, he finished on even turns with these runners, never really got to get going. I thought he galloped out just fine, and I really liked the work prior to the debut in 12-3. Henry Lopez stays aboard, switches post, gets a better outside post. And if you just go based off that race right there, he had about a length of trouble at least. You can say even more. And that puts him right there already with his clocking if you adjust it. And with any step forward, I think he can go in the low 1570s, maybe even 1560s. I think that's very competitive in this group.
Yeah, he's not too far away from special favor in this race. They'll meet again in the 6th race on Saturday night. You can see right there, special favor is the number 4 horse. And it's just gonna.
Yeah, he loses by a length. He had about at least a length of trouble. So I have them basically even, and he's only had 1 start. Gets a positive post switch, and a great price.
Yeah, you can see right there the shutter cam. There is the outside horse winning this one with special favor running second, and right there in the picture, not too far away, was indeed SG Jacob J. So that's going to be George Duarte's selection here for Saturday night, race number 6, and the number 8 horse, SG Jacob J. So now we turn it over to Chris Way. Chris, where are you going to take us here with your selection of the night, Saturday night?
I'm going to take mine to the 7th race. Just quick props to George's selection. I looked at that horse very, very closely to make my selection. As noted, George's horse had a couple of workouts prior, had a B workout, then improved it to its A-, and broke slow, veered in away from the gate, slow in the stride, finished well, and galloped out pretty well. And with the troubled track, I got him along the lines of 1568, 1567, something along those lines. So better getaway expected, straight run from post 6. Got a good look there as one of my selections as well. But nice selection with the George's horse there in race number 6, SG Jacob J. I'm going to give a slight look to the 7 in race. Actually, the 6 horse in there race. I like this chance there in race number 7. This horse was a early season 2-year-old and only had decent work there. He had like a C+ workout prior to the debut, but had some trouble away from the gate and finished relatively well, but has returned with a nice workout, a couple of nice workouts in tow. So I'm going to give this horse a nice look to improve immensely in that second lifetime start and the connections. Take the time with the 2-year-old set and drawn well to the outside with a nice series of works. This horse, nice size, well-meant individual as I look at the outcome. Facing some decent group of horses, but closely matched, all factor in. I'm going to give him a slight edge there. Nice little price there as my price play at 8-1 there in the 7th event.
Carl Willoughby with 30 victories this season, winning a 16% rate. And Gabriel Lara continues to also perform well. 25 victories here for Gabriel Lara at a solid 17% rate. That's even better than last year's mounted debut for Gabriel Lara. He won at 15%, won 41 races, ended up being the Val Tonks Award winner for up and coming rider, and he's continued to have a solid success here at Los Alamitos, winning at a 17% rate. Chris Way with the number 7, Like This Chance, Fly Through the Fire out of Chancer, his selection at 8-1 odds. How about we take a look? What do you want to take a look at, Chris? The workout, the debut race for Like This Chance. Where should we go?
I just go to the workout there because he did show some ability in the workout. Like he said in the debut, did have some trouble, broke slow, and was crossed and slow in the stride and finished pretty well the final half of the affair, but galloped out nicely. But on the return, a couple of nice workouts in tow for the return, and it did work pretty well here in this affair. It kind of broke okay, kind of headward away from the gate and showed a good amount of speed, but never really asked to run throughout, but was starting out pretty strongly the final half of the affair. It's a nice-sized individual, and was starting out well the final half of the affair and galloped out pretty well. So I gave that like an A-. So I'm going to give the horse a look here. Drawn well, had been away for quite some time, but the connections are a solid 18 or 19% with horses off the respite. So I'm going to give this horse a look there to upset the apple cart and give him a nice price there in that seventh event, third leg of the late pick 4.
Yeah, just showing the gate work a little bit once again. You can see him moving around just a little bit, and then it broke in, leveled out nicely from here, Chris, and everything nice and well from that point on. Once he leveled out.
Yep, reminds me of a horse called Wormley that ran on Sunday night there and got the job done as our third choice at 8-1. So maybe we'll double up with the connections.
Well, that's Chris Way's Slice of the Pie Saturday night pick. Race number 7, Like This Chance. I'm going to go ahead and bring up...
That's funny that Chris, he complimented my pick, that he picked his. That originally was going to be my pick before Chris beat me to it. Was Like This Chance, because I remember when I looked at the replay, I was like, well, that horse ran okay. The works I remember before were not that good. But then he looked like the light bulb has turned on, and I just really liked that work, and he drew really well. He drew inside. I mean, Energy 6 did work well as well, but I just like the post and the experience from Like This Chance. So I mean, I'm full agreement with Chris, and I hope we have a really good night.
Okay, so we're looking for a sweep. We're looking for a sweep from our handicappers. Ed Burgart gave us a selection in race number 4, Fire Tools 1, 2, 3. George is going to go with race 6, number 8, SG Jacob J, and to bring it home in the Slice of the Pie selection for Chris Way, number 7, Like This Chance in race 7. But that's not our final race of the night, because I want to talk a little bit about the Golden State Derby. Ed Burgart share his thoughts on the race. Of course, we have a standout on the outside, defending champ. Going to be a 7-5 favorite. He's going to be the big favorite in this race. Favorite Just Hawk's going to draw post number 2. The Burgart mentioned number 6, Rob's Reason. And George, I know you have your eyes on this horse as well a little bit, right?
Yeah, I remember I told everybody if you wanted to go for a prize play in that race, it was Rob's Reason, because you just look at his PPs. Anytime he's on the outside, if you just eliminate all the inside draws, his PPs look way better, and he still has a lot more to show. I'm really high on the horse. I was always high on them, and then he just kept drawing the inside, and I kept watching head-ons where he just hated the rail, and you could tell he's just trying to get away from it and never comfortable. And finally, they've gotten some luck to go their way, and they've been getting outside posters late, and he's taking full advantage of them.
Chris, any horse that you give a little bit of an outside shot? Defending champ, of course, the big favorite, but outside of him, maybe outside of favorite Just Hawk, any other horse that kind of draws you in a little?
Well, just a little bit. Of course, you got to give, of course, big run of the defending champ to outside post. Clear path expected. Should be closing strongly late. But favorite Just Hawk has been getting a lot closer to him, and it's been coming down to head bobs and nose bobs onto the water. They figure on my charts the best 2 runners, obviously, but Beach Boy drawn well. It did improve our Beach Walk last time. Did run well last time. It earned a decent figure on the charts, and there's a nice medium price to get a Slice the Pie there in the finale there. But to the outside post, a clear path expected, going so very well as defending champ. He'll be our obvious favorite, and favorite Jess the Hawk's been getting a lot closer to him and almost got him last time. Just got the rebob on top of the wire, and he got there on top there, defending champ did. But I'm going to give Beach Walk a little bit of look there along there in that finale to get them slice the pie to spice up the exotics just a little bit.
Okay, I do have a soundbite from Scott Willoughby after defending champ Out Nose favorite Joss Hogg picked up his 5th win in 6 starts this season and set himself as the favorite for the Golden State Derby. Here's Scott Willoughby.
Got away from the gate, great. The other horse, EG's horse, ran a great race. I didn't know if we won it or not when we crossed the line, but he stuck his nose out there. Finishes so strong now. He's just such a big, powerful horse. He's really come around, really doing good this year.
How is he like in the mornings of his races? Does he know that it's time to get to work? Does he give you any kind of hints like that?
He's not one of those that gets all stirred up. He's calm. He's nice. He doesn't get too worried about anything. He just relaxes pretty good for me, which is great.
Yeah. So it's just that natural ability in those final 150 yards that just kicks in.
He loves going down the track. If I can get him going 440 yards later next year, it'd be great.
And earlier this morning, I did have a chance to go visit defending champ, and he is just a cool, relaxed, calm horse. So again, that's a look at race number 8, a full field of 10. It was great to
I want to talk about that race. Is the horse you're looking at right now, Astronomical 123? I just think you have to him in the supers. I mean, it was his first time going 400 yards. And you look at him from the rail, he's 2 for 2. The main reason for me, I chose defending champ over favorite Just Hawk is just favorite Just Hawk is very competitive, and I just don't like that the main rivals to him are going to be far on the outside. He might not see them, and he might, let up, because if you watch the replay when he faced defending champ, you could see him just wanting to reel him in. He got in front physically. He just lost a tough head bob. But yeah, the Astronomical ran third to them last time, and I think he can easily run third against them once again in the final. So that's one I just wanted to mention for the Superfectas is Astronomical 123.
You could make a case that if Astronomical 123 shows that kind of quickness that he has shown from time to time, if he can just fly out of the gate, that might help favorite Joss Hawk's chances, because he'll be chasing Astronomical 123.
Yeah, if I was EG High, I would be rooting for Astronomical to run big, because then you have a target, and you don't think he could be by himself out there and inside thinks he's gonna win, and then here comes the defending champ from the far outside to catch him, and he never even saw him.
Yeah, so that's a little extra layer there. If Astronomical 123 can take off, that might help favorite Joss Hawk a lot. So listen now, like I mentioned earlier, coming off of some really nice races, including a 3rd place finish to Cattail Cove. Walking Tool, he was so good at the beginning of the year, and we're still looking for some signs of that horse that we saw earlier last year. Rob's Reason, Burgart, and George Duarte both give him a mention here. It's On You, who ran 3rd in the Governor's Cup Derby. Beach Walk for Gentry Farms, just the latest outstanding female representing this tremendous operation, Gentry Farms. CM Jesse B, a Cowboy. We just don't talk a lot about this horse. A little bit underrated, but he has finished in the money 4 out of 9 times. Ran a good 4th last out to qualify. So good for Randy Dickerson and Luke Lindsay to be a part of this race. I can tell you, they're not just showing up. They're looking to be in the top 4 here in this race. And of course, from the outside post, defending champ, 5 out of 6 this season, looking to become a dual Derby winner in 2025 at Los Alamitos. So that's a look at the Saturday night card. Really quickly, I'll just bring up the entries for the Sunday program. We just got them just a little bit ago. And I mentioned we have several 2-year-olds that are arriving here. Some of them we've seen already, like Bull Market and Competent here in race number 5. Also, a lot of new names, though. Well, Ming Dynasty making her, I believe she's a filly, second star back. Race 7, we see some Dunn Ranch horses. They are religiously. Death Valley, George.
He was entered in the race prior, and then he decided to enter in this one. So I haven't seen the works. I just went through the breeding, and that's about it I've done. I haven't done enough work on him yet to have an opinion.
Jesus Ayala also getting some mounts here, so good to have Jesus Ayala back. He's going to ride number 2, Center of Attention, in race 6. And then race 7, Corona Tie D. And race number 8 is a claiming event, 12,500 claiming prize for the 7 of them in here in race number 8. So we start off with some thoroughbreds and quarter horses, 1,000-yard races, a 4.5 furlong, 2.5 furlong, and then close in with some quarter horse races, a lot of 2-year-olds here at Los Alamitos on the Sunday night card. So just want to take a quick look at that Sunday program. We don't have the PPs just yet, but definitely we'll have the Nightlines program available. And of course, you can download the PPs at losalamitos.com via subscription here at Los Alamitos. Not only that, but you can also get all of George Duarte's comments. Those are available by subscription here at losalamitos.com if you are unable to pick up a Nightlines program. Chris, your picks to click are always featured on our website, losalamitos.com. Not only that, but you also provide a lot of analysis on the quarter horse races from around the nation.
Yeah, we got our price play home last week. Our best bet was Scratch, which was our preview show selection. But we'll try to keep it going this weekend. We got a price play is going to be our preview show selection on the weekend program. Of course, Viper is going to be your heavy favorite there. I think it was race number 5, I think it was. But we'll see if we can get it going. But ship it in. We got some nice races coming in from Lone Star Park, and they open up their racing season this weekend.
Okay. George, final word?
I'm just looking forward to the weekend. Hopefully have a good night. Hopefully I'm going to see Chris happy down there at Burgart's after the races because we cashed pretty well.
Sounds like a plan. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all the viewers for taking time to catch the preview show here at Los Alamitos. Hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, boss.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Big time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos with early pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights and a late pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including several total pools of over $300,000 this summer. Even record pick 6 payouts. It's the track of sunsets and stars. Los Alamitos Racecourse. The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos with 6 great days of racing starting on Friday, September 12th. The opening weekend feature is the E.B. Johnston Stakes, with past winners including the Chosen Vron and Kings River Knight. On Saturday, September 20th, we'll have the running of the Dark Mirage and also our on-track handicapping contest with 2 berths to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Daytime racing returns to Los Alamitos. Opening day is Friday, September 12th.